A glimpse beyond. The James Webb Telescope's cosmic revelation. The universe, a vast tapestry of stars and galaxies, had long whispered its secrets through pinpricks of light, each a story of creation and chaos stretching back to the dawn of time. Humanity's telescopes, peering into the void, had mapped its grandeur, but none had seen as deeply as the James Webb Space Telescope, its golden mirrors drinking in the cosmos's ancient glow. Launched into the cold embrace of space, it gazed where no instrument had before, capturing light from the universe's infancy, where the first stars blazed and galaxies took shape. Yet in its unblinking stare, it uncovered something unsettling, phenomena that defied the rules of physics, hints of structures and energies that seemed to belong to a reality not our own. A Nobel Prize-winning scientist, their voice trembling with awe, warned that these observations suggested a different universe, a realm where the familiar laws of nature bent into something strange and wondrous. The telescope's images revealed a cosmos more complex than humanity had dreamed. Galaxies, older than theory allowed, shimmered in the distant past, their stars burning with an intensity that challenged models of cosmic evolution. Some appeared impossibly large, their structures defying the timeline of the Big Bang, as if they had formed in a universe that operated on different principles. Faint signals, captured in infrared, hinted at anomalies, unexplained energy signatures that pulsed in patterns no known star or black hole could produce. These were not mere artifacts of faulty data, but glimpses of something profound, perhaps regions where space-time itself warped in ways that suggested a boundary, a seam in the fabric of reality. The telescope, orbiting far from Earth's glare, had become a window into a cosmos that felt alien, its discoveries shaking the foundations of science. The implications of these findings rippled through humanity's understanding. If the universe contained pockets of strangeness, regions where physics diverged from the known, then the very nature of reality was in question. Picture a cosmic landscape where space-time folded into itself, creating zones where gravity behaved erratically, bending light into impossible shapes. These anomalies might be relics of the universe's birth, frozen moments where the laws of physics were still forming, or they could be evidence of something more, a parallel cosmos brushing against our own. The telescope's data suggested structures that seemed to pulse with purpose, their rhythms hinting at processes beyond natural phenomena. Scientists poring over the images grappled with questions that bordered on the metaphysical. Was this a glimpse of a multiverse where different realities coexisted, each governed by its own rules? The challenges of interpreting these discoveries were immense. The telescope's instruments, though unparalleled, were built to observe a universe governed by known physics. General relativity, quantum mechanics, the standard model. Yet the data hinted at phenomena that defied these frameworks, like energy fields that fluctuated without a source or light patterns that suggested motion faster than causality allowed. Researchers, their labs humming with the glow of screens, worked to recalibrate their models, seeking explanations that could bridge the gap between the familiar and the strange. Some proposed that these anomalies were echoes of cosmic inflation, the rapid expansion after the Big Bang, leaving scars in space-time. Others, bolder in their thinking, suggested that the telescope had glimpsed a boundary where our universe met another, its laws bleeding into ours like ink spreading through water. The societal impact of such revelations was profound. The idea of a different universe, accessible through the telescope's lens, stirred both wonder and unease. Philosophers debated the meaning of a reality that might not be singular, their words echoing in halls where scientists once held firm to a single cosmos. The public, gazing at images of ancient galaxies and mysterious signals, felt the weight of a universe that was no longer a distant backdrop, but a puzzle demanding answers. The telescope's discoveries, shared through vibrant visualizations, became a cultural touchstone, inspiring art that depicted warped space-time and glowing anomalies. Yet fear lingered. Could these findings destabilize the certainty of science, or worse, reveal truths humanity was unprepared to face? The Nobel laureate's warning, urgent and cryptic, hung over the discourse like a shadow, urging caution in the face of the unknown. The James Webb Telescope, a marvel of human ingenuity, had become more than a tool. It was a harbinger, revealing a cosmos that challenged every assumption. Its mirrors, reflecting light older than the Earth itself, had uncovered a universe that was not just vast but strange, a place where the familiar dissolved into the inexplicable. The anomalies it detected, from galaxies too old to exist to signals that pulsed with eerie precision, suggested that humanity stood at the edge of a new frontier. This was not merely a matter of mapping stars, but of confronting a reality that might belong to a different order of existence. The telescope, floating in the silence of space, had opened a door to a cosmos that whispered of mysteries yet to be unraveled. Its discoveries a call to explore the unknown with courage and wonder. Grappling with the unknown, humanity's response to a strange cosmos. The James Webb Space Telescope, its golden mirrors glinting in the cold void, had cast a spotlight on a universe that no longer felt familiar. Its images revealing a cosmos laced with enigmas that defied explanation. In laboratories across Earth, screens glowed with data that painted a reality at odds with the known. Galaxies too ancient, energy signatures too precise, and distortions in spacetime that whispered of a different order of existence. Scientists, their faces etched with both excitement and unease, pored over these findings, their minds racing to reconcile the telescope's revelations with the physics that had anchored humanity's understanding for centuries. The Nobel laureate's warning, a clarion call that the universe was not what it seemed, echoed through research centers and public forums alike, igniting a firestorm of debate, wonder, and fear. Humanity stood at a crossroads, confronted by a cosmos that challenged its very perception of reality. The scientific community, once unified by shared models of the universe, fractured under the weight of the telescope's discoveries. In Hawkins, their lenses catching the infrared glow of primordial stars had uncovered structures and signals that defied the standard model of cosmology. Some researchers clung to familiar theories, proposing that the anomalous galaxies, too massive and old for the universe's timeline, were statistical outliers, products of rare cosmic conditions. Others, emboldened by the data, ventured into uncharted territory, suggesting these structures might belong to a parallel universe with different physical constants, their light leaking across a cosmic boundary. In sprawling observatories and cramped university labs, teams devised new experiments, recalibrating instruments to probe these anomalies further. Supercomputers hummed, modeling scenarios where spacetime folded or where unseen forces shaped galaxies in ways that defied Einstein's equations. Each hypothesis, from cosmic inflation scars to multiverse interactions, was a leap into the unknown, a testament to humanity's drive to understand the incomprehensible. The challenges of interpreting the telescope's data were formidable, like trying to read a book written in an unfamiliar script. The instruments, though cutting edge, were designed for a universe governed by known laws: gravity, electromagnetism, quantum fields. Yet the signals pulsing in unnatural rhythms suggested phenomena that slipped through these frameworks, like shadows moving without a source. Energy fluctuations, detected in the infrared spectrum, lacked clear origins. No star, no black hole, no known process could account for their precision. Spacetime distortions, captured as light bent in impossible arcs, hinted at regions where causality itself seemed to falter. Scientists worked tirelessly, their labs alive with the hum of machinery and the scribble of equations, seeking to bridge the gap between the observed and the expected. Some proposed that these were relics of the universe's violent birth, frozen in time. Others dared to imagine a cosmic seam where another reality's laws bled into ours. Beyond the laboratories, the telescope's discoveries reshaped society's relationship with the cosmos. The images, broadcast across screens worldwide, were more than scientific data. They were a cultural earthquake, stirring awe and uncertainty. Public forums buzzed with speculation, from philosophers pondering a fractured reality to artists weaving the anomalies into tapestries of warped stars and pulsing voids. Schools adapted curricula, teaching children to question the singularity of the universe, their lessons infused with the telescope's haunting images of galaxies too old to exist. Yet unease simmered beneath the wonder. The Nobel laureate's warning, stark and resonant, fueled debates in homes and lecture halls. Could these findings unravel the certainty of science or reveal truths too vast for human minds? The public, gazing at visualizations of ancient light and strange signals, felt the universe shift from a distant mystery to a puzzle demanding answers, its strangeness both a challenge and an invitation. The cultural impact was profound, reshaping humanity's sense of place in the cosmos. Museums displayed holographic models of the telescope's findings, their glowing galaxies drawing crowds who marveled at a universe that felt alien. Writers penned novels of explorers crossing cosmic boundaries, their stories echoing the data's unsettling hints. Religious leaders, grappling with the implications, preached of a creation more complex than scripture, their sermons blending faith with the telescope's revelations. Social media, a cacophony of voices, debated whether these anomalies were signs of a multiverse or mere misinterpretations, each post a spark in a global conversation. The discoveries became a mirror, reflecting humanity's curiosity and fear, its drive to explore matched by a quiet dread of truths that might redefine existence itself. The scientific endeavor, fueled by the telescope's data, became a crucible for innovation. Observatories proposed new instruments, designed to probe deeper into the infrared, seeking to capture the faint whispers of these cosmic anomalies. Collaborations spanned continents, with physicists and cosmologists uniting to test theories of parallel universes or hidden forces. Funding poured into projects that once seemed fanciful, experiments to detect spacetime ripples or energy fields beyond known physics. The telescope, orbiting silently, had become a catalyst, pushing humanity to the edge of its understanding. Its discoveries, from galaxies that shouldn't exist to signals that defied explanation, were not just data, but a call to reimagine the cosmos, a challenge to see the universe not as a singular whole, but as a tapestry of mysteries, each thread a question waiting to be answered. A new cosmic horizon, humanity's leap into the unknown. The James Webb Space Telescope, its golden mirrors a silent sentinel in the void, had unveiled a universe that defied comprehension, its discoveries rewriting the boundaries of reality. Decades after its first haunting images, humanity stood transformed, no longer a species tethered to a singular cosmos, but one poised at the edge of a grander, stranger existence. The telescope's revelations, galaxies too ancient, signals too precise, space-time warped in inexplicable ways, had become the cornerstone of a new era, one where the universe was not a single tapestry, but a mosaic of mysteries, each fragment hinting at realms beyond. Scientists, inspired by the Nobel laureate's warning, had forged new paths, their work a bridge to a future where humanity might not just observe, but explore the strange cosmos unveiled by the telescope's unblinking gaze. The stars, once distant dreams, now beckoned as gateways to a reality redefined. The scientific legacy of the telescope's findings was a revolution that reshaped cosmology. The anomalies, massive galaxies born too soon, energy pulses without source, light bending in defiance of physics, had forced a rethinking of the universe's origins. New theories emerged, painting a cosmos where multiple realities coexisted, their boundaries porous, allowing light and energy to seep across. Research stations, orbiting Earth and beyond, hummed with activity, their instruments refined to probe the infrared depths where the telescope had first glimpsed the strange. Collaborative missions launched probes toward regions of warped spacetime, seeking to map the cosmic seams where our universe might touch another. These efforts, fueled by the telescope's data, birthed technologies that stretched the limits of human ingenuity, sensors that detected gravitational ripples, quantum computers modeling alternate physical laws, and propulsion systems designed to navigate the edges of reality itself. The challenges of this new frontier were as daunting as the discoveries were profound. Exploring the anomalies required venturing beyond the safety of known physics, into realms where causality and time might bend. Probes, sleek and gleaming, faced risks of vanishing into space-time distortions, their signals lost in the cosmic noise. Scientists grappled with the limits of their tools, building new instruments to capture the faint echoes of a different universe. Each experiment a gamble with the unknown. The energy demands were immense, requiring reactors that harnessed fusion or tapped the quantum vacuum, their glow illuminating research outposts in the void. Yet the greatest challenge was conceptual, accepting that the universe might not be singular, but a tapestry of realities, each with its own rules, demanded a leap of faith as much as science, a willingness to embrace a cosmos that defied human intuition. Society, reshaped by the telescope's revelations, had woven the strange into its fabric. Cities glowed with holographic displays of the telescope's images, their ancient galaxies and pulsing anomalies inspiring a new cultural narrative. Art evolved, with sculptors crafting works that mimicked the warped light of distant anomalies, their forms shimmering in public squares. Literature imagined explorers crossing cosmic boundaries, their tales blending science and wonder into sagas of discovery. Education systems, from schools to virtual academies, taught a new cosmology where children learned of a multiverse as naturally as they once learned of stars. The Nobel laureate's warning, once a spark of controversy, had become a rallying cry, uniting humanity in a shared quest to understand the strange. Public fascination fueled funding for space exploration, with governments and collectives pouring resources into missions that sought to touch the edges of the unknown. The cosmic role of these discoveries extended beyond Earth, positioning humanity as a species ready to step into a broader universe. Observatories, now scattered across the solar system, scanned for more anomalies, their data guiding plans for interstellar probes that could one day reach the regions the telescope had glimpsed. These missions, still in their infancy, dreamed of ships that could navigate spacetime folds, their hulls reinforced to withstand the strange physics of cosmic boundaries. The resources of the solar system, minerals from asteroids, energy from the sun, fueled these ambitions, with colonies on Mars and the Moon serving as staging grounds for deeper exploration. The telescope's findings had sparked a renaissance, transforming humanity from a planet-bound species to one with the potential to explore a multiverse, each discovery a step toward a destiny among the stars. The ultimate legacy of the James Webb Telescope was a new vision of humanity's place in the cosmos. Its images, once mere data, had become a beacon, guiding a species toward a future where the strange was not feared, but embraced. The anomalies it uncovered, galaxies, signals, distortions, were no longer just mysteries but invitations, calling humanity to explore a universe that was not one but many. The telescope, orbiting silently, had redefined reality, its mirrors reflecting a cosmos where the impossible was possible. As humanity looked to the stars, it saw not just light, but possibility, a chance to cross boundaries, to touch the edges of other realities, and to forge a legacy that would echo across the multiverse. The Nobel laureate's warning, once a caution, had become a promise, a reminder that the universe was stranger, grander, and more wondrous than humanity had ever dared to dream.